Oh, is this thing on? That was same brain. That's right, same brain. We're here, same game, different place? Question mark. What's up, Twitch? Hi. It's your girl Black Crystal BK here, and I am so excited to see this baby come to life. We have been struggling since the death of the rooster, and we have been revitalized like a phoenix from the ashes, bigger and better, holding it down with the 3.5-person team. You'll find out who the halves are later if you stick around to the end. But first, I want to give some love to our amazing panelists that we have today. It is a stacked panel cast, and I cannot wait to get into it. We've got returning faces, some people you might know, the toilet man himself. I'm actually surprised he's not on the toilet right now. That's indeed Bliss coming through hot there with the panelists. I am so excited to see all the things here as well. We've got Reem up in the building, the funny one, unlike me, though I'm trying to figure how old they are because they've been giving Booner energy. All tech tests. We'll find out more about them. But how's it going down there, Jeremy? How's it hanging out there?
Down there.
That's right, down there. Yes, it's cool. It's nice to see you, the only person that's shorter than me. And of course, we've got Kylie in the building as well. Loving to see some beautiful faces here. How are we all doing, my fantastic panelists? Welcome to Same Brain. I'm glad you all showed up.
Thank you for having us.
Woo!
Yay!
I'm the only vet in this panelist, so it's pretty great right now for me.
Thank you for your service.
Toilet boy!
Toilet Boy. I think that's like an anime. I think it's some little ghost boy. You should watch it. You might like it.
At least I'm not short, so it's like fine for me.
Oh my god,
No.
twice already. We barely started.
Shots fired. Literally haven't even started. We don't even know who our contestants are, and there's beef amongst the panelists. I'm actually not surprised. We picked this cast good, and by we, I mean Kai. So we want to give some love to her from picking you all out and making sure you showed up, because I didn't do it. I wasn't sending those emails. I was here making sure I could say all the jokes, which I have none, except for the fact that, again, Reem, why don't you know how to use Discord? It's 2023. Get it together, baby.
2024, thank you. But it's
Crap.
just wanted to throw that out there. I'm not a streamer. I don't know. I work with a microphone, and I have my own microphone. So I don't know. This is new to me, but I'm here. I'm doing it. My
And we're
video
very
is
proud
crystal
of you.
clear.
Yeah, you're coming in spicy. Very proud of you here. And again, the
Thank you.
good thing is you don't need to be a gamer here for Same Brain. What you do need to do is to be funny, silly, and I don't know, maybe some sort of telepathic powers to connect to our two contestants, because the only way y'all are getting points for them is for matching your answers. But we've said hi to you enough. I think we should bring in our contestants. So we're going to say goodbye to you for a little bit and take a look at who is actually competing today. I am super excited because I might know them both, maybe. I'm actually surprised one of them showed up because they don't know how to answer emails or DMs. You have to go to the government phone numbers, type in an area code, and message someone to say, hey, do you maybe want to play a game? That's right, we're talking about the Lord himself, though his day was yesterday. That's Lord Balvin in the building. Can we get a yer in chat?
Yeah. Listen,
There we go.
I'm getting my line getting blown up all the time. You know what I mean? It gets hard to keep up with all these emails and stuff. But hey, I'm here though. I made it. I got my lines busy. You have to understand that. Right?
I know, especially after all that Evo coverage this past weekend. We've been seeing you tweeting that super hot fire. How's it been going, though? Do you think any of that Evo coverage is going to come useful in the game tonight?
I sure hope so. I mean, if it's fighting games, then I'm locked in. But if not, I might be cooked.
Okay, you might be cooked. I'm actually curious. Out of the panelists that we have just off rip, is there anyone that you're leaning towards that you think might be an easy match, like right out the gate?
I feel like me and Blizz are both maniacs, and we've matched our stuff in person before. Going out, having fun, nothing crazy. Not yet, baby. I don't know, but as of right now, yeah, I think we're both maniacs, and I think we have we've bonded over moonshine. That's my guy right there. So I think we have something going.
Okay, I see that. Maniac indeed. Blizz had the audacity to challenge you to a Tekken match before the start of the stream today. So that is definitely a crazy thing to say. I mean, I play Tekken and I wouldn't want to play you. I'll just play you an anime fighter because I know it whacks you. But that's enough of talking to Balvin for now. We're going to take a look at our second contestant, a homegirl, a blast from the past, repping all of our movie files out there, our cinephiles. I feel like that's a problematic word. It's Zero Gravity. How are you, Zero Baby? What's it do?
Oh, yes. We outside, but really outside. I'm ready to get it popping today. I'm getting my telekinesis on. You know, Carrie White, baby.
Yes. I'm so excited to have you here. I know you are the horror fanatic of the group. Movies is more your jam, but again, like I said, this isn't about gaming just because we're on Twitch. We're here to have fun, and I know you're off the cuff. I hear you in your podcast, girly. So I gotta know, I'll ask you the same question that Balvin said. He had a very immediate response. Is there anyone from the squad that you resonated with that you think you're never gonna match with throughout this entirety of this game? I need to know. I want to keep my eyes peeled.
That I never, all right. I was thinking strategically, and I started pretty off the rip with who I think I'm gonna grab in my pocket. But as far as I'm trying to stay away from, I don't know if I am gonna be able to think telepathically against Jeremy. It's not giving.
It's not giving. Is it the lack of hair, or I'm just trying to figure out what was the instinct there? What really got you?
Please.
He doesn't peg me as a cinephile.
He doesn't. Hold on,
Correct.
phrasing on that one. But I will say, there might be hope. Y'all are of East Coast nature, and that blood runs through and through. So I wouldn't say write Jeremy off just yet. He is an expert in games of this sort. I mean, unfortunately, he had the fortune to maybe be a part of Rooster Teeth, so he's no stranger to games like this. But I am very excited to get into this game. I think we're gonna have to take a quick little second to say thank you to everyone who has made this stream possible. That's right. I want to give a big thanks to Griff's mom for letting me stream in their house because I'm not at home. I'm in Atlanta. So this stream is sponsored by Griff's mom. Thanks. Hi, Mom. Even though you're not my mom. And also, I would love to say so much love to the mods and the teams here. Kai behind the scenes, Braylon as well, and Adam Bear for making the game you're going to be seeing today. And we want to shout out that that's right, this crew right here, this just in, has provided a way for y'all to support us directly. So, of course, you know, if we're going to do Same Brain, you can already see we do it right. We are launching a Patreon. That's right. So we have amazing ways for you to support us directly to see more Same Brain action like this coming your way. Tons of tiers and goodies to give you direct access to change or be a part and involved in the game with questions at higher levels, autographed situations, shout outs, maybe a credit. You have to check out that link there, all going through the chat so you can support us there. Share it out. You'll see it all on social media as well. But I think, y'all, if we're done with the housekeeping, I would like to get into Same Brain. Let's bring it on up there. I feel like it needs like an anime.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Right?
I thought one was gonna. I thought that was it. I didn't
No,
know
that was
you were
me.
doing. I was like, oh.
All right, we're going to sample that new sub alert unlocked for the
Yes.
channel.
Nice.
All right. Well, now that our crew and cast is here, that's right. We're locked in here. Hi, Twitch. How's it going? We see you in chat. Make sure your eyes are peeled through predictions and polls going on throughout the stream, as well as links for everybody if you want to follow them. But Same Brain is the game where you can see if you can think in sync. We have both of our contestants here going head to try to get points by matching their answers with our group of fantastic content creators, influencers, streamers, podcasters alike. That is our panelist board here. Some people are seasoned, while others maybe not so much, might be new to this thing, might have only heard about this on social media when we said hi, hello, and they decided to look at it today. You'll find out very, very quickly. But these questions are designed specifically to, I don't know, test those cultural bounds, explore those cultural intersections, if you will, and could be hard to figure out what the other person's thinking. I am so excited though, and I want to know, is anyone nervous? Can I get a show of hands? Anyone actually nervous, or is everyone very confident here? Okay, all right. Our contestants though, stone cold, no hesitation.
I'm just-
I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna.
I'm matching her energy. I'm scared myself. I just gotta play it cool like I'm not. You know what I mean? I gotta act tough. I gotta play the character.
You got to play the game. Well, play the game is what we're going to get into here. So I think if we are good to go, let's get our first question up and running. Back in my day, we didn't have internet. We had to blank. That's right. So right now, don't say nothing, right? We want to play the game fair and square, but on your devices there, just like that Jacko box, I need you to type in the word that would fill that break, word or phrase, however you may feel. All of our panelists will get a chance to justify their answers, but I don't know if that will really change the scoring. And ultimately, our game master behind the scenes has the final say on who gets points here. Just like whose line is it anyway? The points, I mean, they matter, but they matter. I see Reem is already just like disassociating with the answer, just
I-
full lost in space.
I think
I
Reem
was
and
like-
I are gonna be matching right now.
100%. I was like, well, I was thinking, I was like, should I have answered honestly or should I have answered funnily? And so I was going through the rules in my head.
Sometimes those are the same.
Most of the time, those are
You
the
know?
same.
A lot of that is a part of the game here. We're not going to tell you how to get to that synergy, how to get to that middle ground where you get those points. That's on y'all. Oh, I'm looking at Zero intently, still typing something aggressively. I'm a little nervous, Zero, here. Did this take a second for you to come to an answer, or are you confident here?
It did. I was torn between 2 or 3. I think I might be thinking too hard off the rip.
Okay. Common mistake. We've seen it many a times before. If you saw our previous episodes, which you actually have uploaded on the Same Brain YouTube, you can check those out back when we had, I don't know, maybe a studio space. But for now, we're virtual, and I am seeing all y'all lovely faces in real time. And I just want to make sure everyone has had a chance to get those answers in so that we can have a little fun. Okay. I see we're locked in. I'm getting word from the Game Master. We're good. I'm going to kind of go through here and see what our panelists say. First, contestants, we're going to hold off on your answers so you get to suffer and watch these roll in. All right, panelists, let's go with this. I'm going to go with Kylie. You've been a little quiet, baby. I want to know. Hi, Pookie. Back in your day, we didn't got no internet, but we had to blank. What you got locked in there?
Okay, so I had to channel my older siblings because I didn't have full consciousness until post 9/11, perhaps. And that was also a current internet world. So I had to think, what would my siblings do before the internet, or perhaps even my parents? And my answer was talk to people on the phone.
Call people.
Hmm.
That is one. That is one. Okay, call people. All right.
Fate worse than death.
I know who
The
uses
phone
the phone
call.
anyway.
Oh.
When's the last time anyone has actually called someone? I would like to. I'd like to know.
Eyes actually called me recently. I was butt naked and she FaceTime called me. And I was like, please do not talk to me right now. I am fully naked. And you picked the FaceTime to call me with.
And sometimes FaceTime is worse than a phone call. Let's be real. I don't like future
100%.
calling. Well, calling someone is a great one. We'll have to see if that is a match. I also realize I might have had my orders backwards, so don't get confused when we do this in reverse order the next game. Giving you a heads up. But we're going to go through our panelists first since I said that. We're rolling the punches here today. Liz, I don't know who you're typing to in chat, but stop and let me know why the hell you put your answer in there. And I don't know, I guess a justification, if you will.
Yeah, so my answer was jerking it with your imagination.
Oh.
Because to be fair, I didn't understand the question, I realized, and I think the Adderall has finally kicked in, so we're back.
Who takes
But-
Adderall at this hour?
I'm hoping someone matches my freak. And I'm just praying. I'm just praying here. But that's my answer. Final answer.
Okay, final answer, locking it in. Back in your day, you didn't have internet. You had to imagine your porn, is what I'm gathering from that answer. Wonderful submission. Okay, next panelist, for the love of God, please, Reem, give me something normal. I need to know, what is your answer? Back in my day, we did not have internet. We had to blank.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to use 9/11 as a unit of time measurement as well. I was there. Um,
Congrats.
Thank you. As an Arab, I was there. No, but I went old school. I went boomer and said, play outside.
Good answer.
Touch grass.
Touch grass.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Oof.
what Liz did.
Loving the shots fired here. Touch grass, great answer, though. We're doing this virtually, so I don't know how great of an answer, but at least it was normal and understandable and reasonable, unlike Blizz. All right. Jeremy, my man's, I need to know, back in my day, I don't know, was that BC or AD?
Come on! Does that have the hair, the height?
I'm sorry, you know it's out of love here. New Yorkers, we
I
like to
know.
burn hard. But back in my day, we ain't got no internet. We had to blank.
You know, I was disgusted by Blizz's answer here. I mean, this is a PG-14 show. And also people out there, they still need to make money. So I didn't say imagine, I said buy porn.
Jeremy matched my freak.
Couldn't just
You
couldn't
shall
just see free
receive.
videos. You had to go out and buy it.
Had to go to the Blockbuster.
Not the
And
blockbuster.
rent it. Hey, be kind. Please rewind. Okay. Before you bring
Well,
that
I
back.
see what time all y'all brains are on, though. I feel it's a little early to be this spicy. Okay, all right. We've seen what our panelists have to say. We're going to go through our contestants here. We're going to get their answers one by one. I'm going to start with you, Balves. Please tell me, back in my day, we ain't got no internet. We had to blank.
I want to say that I'm glad I played this as a temperature check because I would be really, 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 really out of this world if the three he, hims, all's answers were related to jerking off. Because that was where my mind went first, but I toned it down and I said just talking to people in real life. Just talking to real humans.
IRL, like in
Yes.
person.
Yes, just like right
Wow.
in front of you. Yeah.
Such a wholesome answer. Wow, you're really an ally. We love to see it.
Liz, we're allies.
I'm trying my best.
You better watch it, he, hims.
I'm trying my best.
Jeremy, we interact with Flatty. We're not allies.
Oh, that's a good point.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. But Zero, I
Wholesome.
need to know. I've got to know here. Back in your day, we ain't got no internet. We had to blank. Pray tell, what you got for us?
We had to play outside until the street lights come on.
Talk
Oh,
to
wow.
us.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert, but
you.
do we have the same brain?
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you.
That sounds
Yep.
like a match. That's a same brain match, baby.
Thank you. I decided to go the same strategy that Balvin had. I said, because first I was thinking too hard. Okay, I was thinking too hard, and I went with an answer that was a little bit too much. And
I
then
want to
said,
know, what was that
"Wait,"
answer? What was the too much answer? Just for the bonus features.
was collect VHS tapes.
Ah.
Which is okay, but that's a me thing. That might not be an everybody thing, but I don't know that yet. So I said, okay, hold up, let me go generic, and just let me scope
Hold
the
on.
scenery
Wait.
out.
My answer was not generic. Mine was well thought out.
Okay, or we could go there. Playing
Mine was
outside until
generic.
the street lights come on. Mm.
I thought we were doing Family Feud rules, and I was like, well, what would most people? I'm generic. Yeah, you're right.
Good thing you didn't say it. If anyone had saw my face on stream, they would have been laughing their butt off. I went, go on, finish that sentence, Reem. And you did. I'm so proud of you. No, but that was a match, and I'm seeing this pair in here coming up. Zero, you didn't really pick Reem out at the start as someone you sync with, but getting a point right off the bat with them, how are you feeling? Do you think you could actually contain that synergy going into the next question?
I think we can contain that synergy. And also,
Okay.
now I know exactly how to play the rest of the panelists. I got a good idea. I'm not going to say it out loud, but I got a good idea.
Strategist. Okay.
Yeah.
Play the panelists. Balvin, are you going to take that? Have you learned the game too, or is this just a one-sided fight?
I should have matched their freak. I'll
Yes.
figure it out. But don't worry. I'm absorbing. It's
Balvin,
coming in. What's up, Twin?
You understand how bad I am on the internet.
Yes.
So like we're
I
a
got
gamer.
yeah. I know you all too well. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
I believe in you, but you should believe in the me that believes in you and not yourself, because my belief is stronger. Because I know that you're going to get a match. This next question, I have it. I feel it in my blood. So without further ado, let's see what that next question has to do with it. I'm excited here. Ooh. All right, y'all. Question number 2. What's a show from your childhood that should never get rebooted? Show is a very vague word, y'all, and I
very
want you
vague
to
word.
explore all avenues of the word show, all versions, all realms. I need you to dig deep, throw into the archives of your mind, and whip out one that should not be rebooted ever. That stays in the vault.
This low-key an age check right here, bro.
I know.
Yeah,
It
same
really
thing.
is.
Low-key an age. It's about to be a broad spectrum of answers.
We do. We got all types of ages in this group.
Oh, do I
Specifically,
know this
Reem,
word?
you were giving such boomer energy earlier. I'm more surprised on what you're gonna pick. Did you have a TV with cable growing up,
screaming.
or?
Wow.
Oh, thank you so much for asking. Well, back during 9/11, we
A third 9/11 reference. Hit the stream.
Oh, take a shot.
Get the
we
punch
had
card out.
television.
I love
We had
you.
television. I'm
Hell
just
yeah.
not good at screaming. We played outside back in my day.
Yeah, that's
Um,
why I was saying. I'm curious.
Crazy. No, we had TV. It was wonderful. I loved all the 2 channels. They were great.
No.
This is a long shot, man, but
I've seen everyone getting their answers submitted in there too. Loving the energy here. This is insane vibes. I'm making sure our contestants have also locked in them. Zero is still stressed and pensive. I could see the anime sweat mark dripping down the corner of her face.
I'm cooked.
I
goodness.
been there.
I
Been there.
know. Liz, you seem pretty confident on this answer. You just tossed it in and walked away? Oh, no.
I'm not confident because I might have messed up again, but we'll see.
Ditto.
Oh no, I'm
Same.
scared. I think the only way you could mess this answer up is if you said something that accidentally did get rebooted. Kylie,
yep.
are you worried about that
Well,
too?
I'm thinking. Well, I submitted my answer and then I went, actually no, low key that would be a pretty fun reboot, but I'll explain myself once it's time.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to see what it is, but we'll do this in the proper order here to see what our answers are. I'm going to start with you, Balvin. There. What is a show from your childhood that should never get rebooted?
All right, man. This show has spawned too many memes and one of the funniest, sauciest nerds we've ever had in television history. We do not need Arthur to get rebooted ever. Arthur is perfect as it is.
Oh.
That's a hot take.
Hot take.
People love Arthur.
Yeah,
on.
so we shouldn't do it again. We should leave it as it is. We don't need because we know how these reboots can go with in
Live
the
action,
modern.
though? I imagine Arthur as like
Live
a
action
Dominican
Arthur.
guy from the Bronx.
Live action Arthur.
Live action.
I'm just trying to know how they're going to do the ears. Is it CGI? Because I don't want none of that Lion King on Candy Valley going
Oh,
on with
no.
Arthur.
Ooh,
No,
2019 Cats.
Ooh, pour one out.
Arthur's Dominican now. That's my canon going forward.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Arthur is absolutely Dominican.
Put your Arthur
I love
headcanons
it.
in the chat.
There it is.
Yes.
We'd love to see it. All right, good answer there, Balvin. Locking in Arthur as a reboot that should never see the light of day. Zero, I've got to know your answer here. What is a show from your childhood that should never, ever get rebooted?
Okay. What had happened was I got a little confident and then I panicked. Okay. So
All right.
my answer is Pinky in the Brain. However, I didn't mean to say Pinky in the Brain. I meant to say Cow and Chicken, and I panicked and said Pinky in the Brain because Cow and Chicken was that was racy, and I know that was kind of a stretch because I know some of us may be pre 9/11 consciousness
Take a
streams.
shot.
But it was messed up, and y'all all know it.
It was.
But I
It
followed
was.
with
It
Pinky in the
was.
Brain,
That was
so
not. That was
whatever.
not a kid.
You
it was not a
really
kid
didn't
show.
want to lock in the, oh, my udders. You really didn't want that? Okay, all right. No, but Pinky's great. I see the duo. And honestly, during that era, a lot of those I didn't really want to see rebooted. They did an Animaniacs, what the hell? Animaniacs thing. And I didn't really vibe that much with
It
it.
was weird.
It's weird. A lot of them are weird. And there are so many of them. So I'm glad to see 2 animated childhood shows. Again, I said show is a broad word, and we ended up with 2 cartoons, okay? I'm wondering if our panelists were on that wavelength, the cartoon wavelength, because we didn't say cartoon, but y'all went for the gut there. Both of our contestants locking in there. All right, I'm curious, panelists. Let me come on over to y'all. I'm gonna come over to you, Blizz. How about you, Blizz? Blizz, what's going on?
Right, okay.
Oh man.
So I messed up again. Here's the
Oh, no.
thing. I messed up, but at
Oh.
the same time, not really, because like
Oh,
I chose a
poopsie.
show that already has a reboot, but they failed so bad, so I'm afraid of them doing it again. I was gonna say Backyardigans. Thank God I didn't do that. But I chose Teen Titans because we saw how bad that they did with Teen Titans Go, that I'm afraid of them doing a reboot of Teen
Oh,
Titans.
wait a minute.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Ooh,
minute. Teen Titans Go is fire. It was. Come
I
on, really?
disagree. I disagree. I think that Teen Titans Go had its moments, and they kept going back to the original as like, haha, we suck, but look at this. And that's not a good show.
Do you
for
see me clutching my church pearls right now? Oh my lord. really?
Wow.
Okay. I respect your opinion.
And to everyone in chat saying that it's okay, it's not good. You said it's okay. So
Wow.
Oh,
these get
dang.
degrees, I guess, but I'm looking for
Man's
an
out
A
here picking
plus.
fights.
So
I live for the Batman Gordon B plot. And if you didn't like the Wonder Twins episode, you just haven't watched the show. But that's fine, Blizz. It's okay. And you're not giving any of our contestants a point with that answer, unfortunately. But fair answer, the original Teen Titans, I feel is something that should be vaulted. Go was great, but we don't need Young Justice Teen Titans 4.0. It's fine. Just let them be. I'm past it. Let's move on now. But great answer. I think a lot of us can agree. Now, Reem, I gots to know your answer. What is a show from your childhood that should never, ever get rebooted?
Well, now I'm having second thoughts. Like, was the show rebooted? Well, there was a documentary, which is why I chose this show. I said,
Okay.
all that should not be rebooted.
Ah.
Okay.
Oh.
After Quiet on Set, I think we learned not to do that show no more.
Good answer. I like that answer.
Great answer. Product of its time. It needs to live there. You know, we've got some great references, some amazing stars that were to come out of it, but a show of that nature, I just think are bad conditions for this day and age.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I wanted to be on the show. But now, in retrospect, I'm like, I don't want to be on the show. I think I'm good.
they did a reboot in 2019.
They did.
It's not-
I knew it. I felt like I
it's
did.
not
It wasn't
good.
all that.
It was awful.
It wasn't
It
all
wasn't
that.
all that.
Awful.
Okay. Just the wave of sighs as we all realize it's done. Well, solid answer. There's a little of that live action I was saying, but unfortunately not a match with our contestants. So we're gonna have to keep the panelists going. My man's Jeremy. What is a show from your childhood that should never get rebooted?
Okay. So similar to the previous answer, to Reem's answer. In retrospect, this show probably shouldn't get rebooted. I don't know how many people will know it. There was a little show. It was called Kids Say the Darndest Things, hosted by the
Yes.
the hilarious and not controversial Bill Cosby.
Oh, that part.
You know
And
what? I
so
agree.
I thought,
It
you know
should've-
what? Let's not bring it back. Let's not bring back Mr. Cosby interviewing children on stage. I just think that probably wouldn't do well in 2024. So,
He's
you
not
know,
wrong.
I
right?
think that's
He's
a great
not-
call, a beautiful call, not wrong at all, and might be doing the world a service now that this has rejogged our memories of that show, because I think we all forgot it existed, you know? I think
Oh,
we all
yeah.
just blocked it out. We said, no, that wasn't,
Oh yeah, I still got it in there. It's in the back. Just was waiting for its moment to be an answer on a game show.
We rebooted it with a different host, like Nick Cannon or something.
That also would be
Why?
bad.
God, Nick Cannon. That
Nick-
man.
Interesting.
Yeah, he
You
can
know, it's little kids
all
on
of his
that.
children on the show, yes.
Those are the kids.
The cast is
The
already there.
darndest things. Oh, they'll never run out of seasons. How many? 10, 20? Anyway, panelists here,
My
we've
kids
got
say the
a
darndest
fantastic.
things.
I know, right? Kylie, though, I do need to know your answer here, the last of our panelists here, but certainly not least. What is a show from your childhood that should never get rebooted?
Okay, so my answer is also a cartoon. Main character is blonde. It's Johnny Bravo, but I put a caveat in my answer saying that if he became a lesbian instead, I think that we should have it because we need more girl failures. I'm saying we need more girl failures represented in media. You know, I need to see more women fumbling other women because I feel like that would represent, you know, I don't know if there's any bisexuals in chat. I don't know if there's any bisexuals in chat, but we need to see more representation of women fumbling other women. If I wanted to see a man fumbling women, I would just go out and talk to any man outside. So that's my
Church.
take.
Church. Oh my God, she just took us to church.
Oh
Tell
my
him.
God.
You tell him. You
Of
tell
course,
him.
of course.
You
Man.
tell him.
You tell
Eight
him.
with that answer.
No
I'm
crumbs.
none. I'm
No
with
crumbs.
you. Lesbian
Mhm.
Johnny Bravo? Hold on
Lesbian
now.
Johnny Bravo.
I
Little
do love that,
blondie?
actually.
Little blondie? Hold on. What's up with it?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that is not a match with our two contestants. But I do think we've all landed on a pretty good answers for things that we don't want to ever come back. So studios, if you are listening, you should call us. I think this panel here, we could be a great focus group for whatever you're working on, because hard pass. All right, there. Although there were no points, unfortunately, I think we have more than enough time for more questions. Duh, that was only the second question. So let's get into our third question of the evening. See if we can get some matches this time around, y'all. I need you to all lock in. Jeremy, you look pressed, okay? Please lock in. This is your chance to shine, okay? This is your chance to prove yourself to the world with this answer, okay? What
Yeah.
slang do you think will come back in the next 3 years?
Ooh. During
Slang.
the Kamala presidency?
I'll leave it up to you.
Well, there goes my answer.
Out of the coconut tree.
Oh man.
I know this is a hard one. Kylie, you're looking off into the distance, searching for
I know.
inspiration.
There's just so many things you could say.
This is a culture check now because I'm trying to think
Yeah.
of slang. That's
Right,
oh,
You
yeah.
can say
also-
like an affirmative, you can say a negative.
Yeah,
I don't know
also
when
don't
this
like
happened.
accidentally say a slur because some slang were technically slurs.
That
Just
is
putting it out
true.
there.
Well, I'll be not matching with you.
That
man.
is
I
true.
I promise. I'll be certain of that.
I gotta point out though, I don't know when this happened, but Blizz got the locked in sunglasses on now,
Mm,
and
locked
I
in.
just
he
started
does.
sweating a little bit.
Locked
This is literally the third question, bro. Like, why apply pressure right now? I'm a little scared.
Oh my goodness. I'm seeing some really, really pressed.
Oh,
Balvin, are
man.
you okay? Balvin, can I check
No,
in with you?
I'm not,
Balvin,
bro.
no
I'm
going
not.
to
I'm
Urban
not.
Dictionary.
I'm not
Don't
going
look
to-
up a thesaurus.
Urban
I need-
Dictionary is crazy.
Just type in with your butt, all
I'm
right?
thinking, man. I don't
Alright.
know.
You got
All right,
this.
I need you
You
to
know what?
find your
Alright.
center, harness your quant, your
Alright,
chi,
I
your
will.
chakra,
I will.
if
Find
you
any
will.
pre-9/11
Your
slang.
quant.
I will.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a
you
shot.
got it.
That's a shot.
Why could
Alright.
you have not said that earlier? Damn.
That's great.
Okay.
I got it. I got it. This is a hit for sure. This
This
surely
is
a
it.
hit.
I've seen everyone getting a little bit confident with their answers being locked in. Okay. Well, since you're so confident, Balvin, tell the people at home what your mother effing answers are. What slang do you think will come back in the next 3 years?
All right, homie. I'm gonna lay it down for you like this.
Oh boy.
Faux shizzle is definitely coming back.
Oh
Faux-
my
Oh.
goodness.
Faux shizzle is definitely coming back.
Could you define faux shizzle, please?
Okay, so faux shizzle, I'll use it in a sentence, right? If someone were to say, "Yo, Balvin, trying to get on Tekken," I'd be like, "Faux shizzle." You know, it's like for sure, but in a more, not that word, in a more fun way. You know, in a more, you know, in a more
word?
essential.
Wait, what word?
Yeah,
What
what
does the word
word?
start with?
No.
What's the word
Don't cut to
start
me.
with?
What was the word? Just give us a letter.
Is
Is it at the first half of the alphabet or the second?
Is it the beginning of the second half of the?
No. We'll just
You
say
know what,
first
Balvin? You know what? You know, Balvin? For shizzle. I
For
feel you. I
shizzle.
feel you.
I
I
got
feel
it.
you. You know what I mean? All right.
Appreciate you.
Uh,
Appreciate you.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
Homie.
I love
All
how I
right.
cut to Jeremy during that. Hilarious, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeremy
I'm
looking-
sitting here like the whitest person on planet Earth, being like, ah, yes, it's slang for sure. Yes. I've often heard it.
I'm so
It's a
crooked.
new sub alert unlocked,
Yes,
please.
indubitably is what
No,
we
it's-
used to say on the streets.
That's
Yeah.
coming back.
Mm.
Back
Dead.
of the Emily Dixon era. No, I'm just kidding. That's not her name. Anyway, let's go to our next contestant, Zero. What slang do you think will come back in the next 3 years?
Emojis, but the numerical way. So XD and
Oh,
colon
emoticon.
3.
Aw.
Okay.
So
Emojis
hieroglyph-
may have
so
stayed their
specific.
welcome.
It's so specific.
Dare I say?
Can I get some
dare
colon
I
threes in
say,
chat?
Emojis have sold out. They have a movie. You know, I could easily see this being in the past. We're going back because
sold
razors are in. Razors are in again. That's crazy.
That is true. That is true. We
I
have gone
respect it.
backwards. We have gone backwards. We keep going backwards.
We got flip phones.
Flip phones are
Hello.
back.
It's also
I
true.
want my sidekick.
My
I
brother
ain't
has
never
one.
got that. I want the
Oh,
sidekick,
yeah.
and I want that laptop that turn around. I can write on it like and read it and weep. But I couldn't get that. Mama said no. So unfortunately, but emojis. Okay, well, I hope someone knows how to read text smiles. I don't know. I maybe know 4 of them. I don't think you're
Chat's
wrong. It's
popping
actually
off.
pretty smart. Yeah,
Yeah.
chat is going crazy. We'd love to see it, and they're very popular in
Yeah.
not the United States, actually. So I don't think it's very far fetched. But do our panelists?
Geo lesson.
Yeah, do they have that same synergy here? We are from all over. We come from a variety of backgrounds, ages and places. So I'm going to hit up our panelists here. And of course, the glasses are on and Blizz is locked in. So, Blizz, we're going with you. What slang do you think will come back in the next 3 years?
So I just realized that I use the colon 3 emoji a lot. The gays call that the
Me
bottom
too.
face. So
Oh,
that's hilarious. Anyways, I decided to. Wait, what was my answer? Oh, I know what my answer was. I want to see home skillet be brought back. Like calling someone your home skillet. I think that's just really sweet
Oh.
and very like that's my home skillet. That's fam. That's someone who I trust.
Where
that's
does
my boy.
where does the skillet derive from? Pray tell.
mhm.
I don't know, probably the South. I don't know, cooking maybe. Like when something's cooked in a skillet, it's made with love and compassion and stuff.
Oh,
like,
so
we
it's-
call
it's-
it
Yeah.
more-
Hug.
It's like a
Yeah.
combination, a
Skillet.
conjunction of, if you will, of homie and my what? I still am trying to.
Right.
I'm.
Home slice.
Yeah, it's like
Mm,
home. Yeah, like
Slice, huh?
home
Home-
slice.
Home
but the
fries.
home slice is in a skillet.
Home
That's a home
fry.
skillet.
Yeah. The skillet
home
is
fry.
cast
Also on my
iron.
cast
Oh,
iron.
what's
Yes,
cooking?
same brand. Yes,
Good
cast
looking.
iron.
That was a good.
Get out. Home. It's
Let's
cast iron. It's
go.
unbreakable.
It's
you know.
cast iron. I'm saying.
All right, I'm looking at you.
Well
Mhm.
seasoned.
Well,
Oh.
Oh,
That's a point. That's a
This
point.
isn't the question, by the way.
I'm like, listen, I'm over here. I'm like, game master. Can we award bonus points? Because there's same Brandon on the
Come
side
on.
over here.
come
I don't
on.
know. I don't
Go.
know.
I know
Well,
you
we're gonna.
chefing it up. Come on. Mhm.
All right. Well, unfortunately, that one isn't a direct match, but I like this era of vernacular we are reaching at. So, Reem, is the trend going to continue here in the next 3 years? What slang do you think is going to make a comeback?
Well, since this stream is for 14 and under or up, I can't say the word that I wanted to say. But I said fetch.
Oh.
Fetch. That's
okay.
so
Fetch.
fetch.
So fetch.
Okay. All right. I like that. I just saw Clueless for the first time this year. I get that reference. Right? Oh, wait.
Was it Clueless or Mean Girls?
Try
I
again.
think it's Mean Girls.
Mean Girls. I was gonna let you. I was gonna let you.
Congrats
fall
on
for a
seeing
bit.
Clueless, though.
Thanks. That's like they're like the same things. They all wear pink. No, they're not. I've seen her. She's still pretty hot, by the way. The Clueless actress. Just watched her in Reptile. Hashtag
Agreed.
not sponsored. Anyway, on to the next reveal. Unfortunately, Fetch not a match, but I like it, and I think it might make a comeback. It might, in the queer community, we might need to start rotating that in. You feel me?
Mm.
Okay. But I think me and the chat have been eagerly awaiting. I think we all have, for just fingers just sitting here, folded, pressed, presented. Jeremy, what
Yeah.
slang do you think will come back in the next 3 years? I need to know.
Well, it's funny that you brought up the queer community. For you see, this is gonna take some explanation. I think what's gonna
Hard
come
on.
back
Said
in the
no
next
slurs.
3 years, I think it's going to be calling a lot of things gay, but now it means good. Now it's
Okay.
good.
Oh,
Okay.
Someone
Yes.
be like, I just graduated, and they're like, yo, that's gay. It's like, yeah.
Dude,
You
Hillary
know?
Duff would not be happy about this. Don't tell Hillary Duff.
You
I
see what I
kinda
mean?
love
Yeah,
it.
like bringing
Let's
it
fight for that
back in a
one.
positive
Yeah,
light.
that's camp. That's
I'm
camp.
obsessed with this answer. This is camp. This is so in. I think we're bringing. Can I get some that's gay in chat?
No,
It's a
That
pretty
no,
gay
I feel like that's
answer,
gonna be
you
That's
know?
stop.
gay.
Is
Yeah.
it? No. No.
Bam! Look at that.
Hey, we got it. They're going.
Cancel.
They're going.
That's gay / non-derogatory. Anyway.
Yeah, parentheses.
Parentheses.
Affirmative.
We love it. We love to see it. I think it's a great answer. Unfortunately, not a match. But I
Oh.
love the enthusiasm and way to be an ally? Question mark. We'll find out soon to be determined in the comments. Yeah. But last but certainly not least, Kylie baby, what slang do you think will come back in the next 3 years?
Okay, I feel like I've been saying this to myself every week for the past, I don't know, 8 months now. My answer was bogus because there's so many things in life currently that are freaking bogus. And I think
Love that answer.
because you can't think that sucks is like low tier. Everybody says that sucks. That's bogus. You feel that in your heart. That
I
comes
love
straight from
it.
the heart.
That's a good one. That a
Bogus
good
is
one.
so good, but unfortunately, right now the kids say dog water, so we have
dog
that
water.
for the time being. Unfortunately, but I would like to see bogus make a comeback. I really do. It's a fun word. A lot of the words you said were interesting. Home, skillet, and for shizzle.
Gay.
And gay.
And gay.
Let's not forget that one.
Let's not forget that one. Let us not. I will be thinking about that for the rest of this month for sure until it's in my vocabulary. And then I'll be like, yeah, remember to add Jeremy every time you say that's gay.
Hey, you know.
Oh my
I'll check the
goodness.
feed.
Known gay icon.
No,
Oh my
I mean, Jeremy
goodness.
has like bi wife energy, so you're good.
Oh, 100%.
Checks out.
Oh my goodness, the vibes are immaculate here today, but unfortunately, no matches. What's going on, team? Get it together. I need to talk to my crew. Zero, what's going on? What's going on? You had it in the first half, but like now you're slipping here. You're getting a little too spicy with it. Like what's going on in your brain right now?
I think I'm being too honest. I think that's what it is. I think I'm being too honest with myself. I think I've scoped the scenery out enough, and it's time to make some specific. Okay, I'm zooming in. I gotta start zooming in at this point because being true to me obviously isn't the key here. And I would, although I'm having a great time, I would like to win today. So I think I need to change some gears. Who said that? Oh, as if it's a surprise. Oh, you want to win today? I do.
Oh, okay,
Ooh.
Zero. Probably are those fighting words because they are on my block.
I mean, I'm losing, so they're doing a good job already. So I mean, like, I'm gonna have to figure something out on my own end as well. So, but I think, but that is I'm on the same page though. I have to lock more in on what's in the mind of them, not me. Because
Well, but you're the contestant. They are trying to get answers that would work with you. No, it's a little easier that way.
I think my mind is too scatterbrained for that. I think
Oh,
I have to-
scatterbrained indeed. I mean, you came on the show being like right away, yo, me and Blizz, we got synergy. Da 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 da.
Well, we don't, but we're getting there. But we're
You're
getting
trying
there.
to match my freak, and I
I gotta
just
do.
don't know.
I haven't tried hard enough. I think I have to try harder.
I agree.
Be
No,
more
I'm gonna get there.
generic. Be more generic.
Yeah, that's what's gotten the point.
More generic.
I will be more
Be more,
generic.
be more
Be more
generic.
generic.
That's the new latest TikTok song sampled, unlocked right here. We're going to isolate that and get the hyper dubstep mix coming to you soon. So be sure to follow us on social media at Same Brain. That's right. We are all over all your places and on YouTube as well if you want to check out our show. But we're going to keep it cooking with our next question. Okay, here we go. Boom. Name a musician that if they came out today, right now, on Beyonce's internet, they would not be popular. That's right. The question is name a musician that if they came out today would not be popular. Take a minute, think about it. A musician, again, a very broad term. Could be anybody, could be anything. We have all many variety of music tastes here. I have vibed and partied with a handful of you. I have seen what you are wearing and clocked you a mile away respectfully.
I think she just called me predictable. Reem, are you queer? Am I allowed to ask that?
I am not, but you can ask.
Okay.
I am not, and you can ask.
I'm asking for my algorithm. It's for my algorithm. Like, what are my chances here?
I had two immediately that came to my mind that I'm trying to figure out which one I want to go with.
See, this is why sometimes, a note and paper is helpful, much like me. I already just have my notebook here for taking things. So
I have a controversial one, so I'm gonna send it.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
God, I'm stuck.
controversial might be the wave.
Be more
got
generic. Come on, guys, remember the song. Guys,
more
girls,
generic.
days. Be more
Generic.
generic.
Be more generic.
Okay. There we go.
It's a tricky question, y'all. This isn't an easy one. I mean, you've got to think about the vibes today, and then you also have to
Yeah.
compare that in the Venn diagram. As you can see, there's that cross section where, when I have my team draw up that diagram, they can show me where it might be kind of difficult to have something that was then now.
All right,
So
that's
think
it,
deep, think deep.
I had
Think
two
hard.
that- Okay, I locked in.
I ate with this answer, not even gonna lie. I know I did.
If I hear my other one, I'm gonna be so mad. I feel like I will. I feel like I will.
Okay.
I feel like I will.
Right. Well, with all of our answers locked in, you're so confident now, Balvin. You've been so confident the last 3 rounds and still no points. Let's see if this question changes it, Balvin. Name a musician that, if they came out today in this day and age, would not be popular.
Okay, so I'm gonna say my second one first, just to get
Okay.
out there, so I'm not lying to anyone. But my
Okay.
second one that I did not go with was Eminem. I did not
Okay.
go with Eminem. That's what I was thinking first, though. But I didn't lock that one in. I went with Elvis because I feel like with how he became who he was, I don't think people would be a fan of that. With
Ooh,
where his music
true.
came from, you know what I mean? I feel like it wouldn't be the most popular guy.
Well, why
just-
is that? Bust it down for the people out there that might not know. Like,
well, look, as history
to
tells us, Elvis, that those little jams and that jiggy stuff you heard, it wasn't actually his original idea. See, he used to go to old jazz clubs and a bunch of underground jazz artists before jazz was even a thing. Black artists were in these small little clubs just playing music to their people, and this guy would just snivel on in there and leave, take it back, and put it in a different package, and he got it to the world first. So he's a thief. 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 He's a thief.
I'm snapping.
we heard it here
Facts.
first.
Hard
I'm
facts.
snapping for that.
Snapping.
Yep.
He's a thief.
Snapping.
That's the
You
word.
are not wrong.
That's
I
the
mean,
word.
we dabble a bit with those thievery now when it comes to the TikTok age and dancing. It seems
Mhm.
like history repeats itself, but we're getting better at catching it and shutting it down, or at least providing compensation when we can. So I don't think an Elvis, a true Elvis, would really last very long here. We could suss it out. So I think it's a very good answer. Very good answer. But a little far back. I know I was making all those old jokes, but none of us are actual boomers, so I'm kind of surprised you went back that far into the past. So we'll have to hold out and see if any of our panelists are thinking in that decade with your old booty cheeks over here. Elvin having us. Zero! How you doing there, girl? Can I get a musician that if they came out today would not be popular? I need to know what you were thinking. Where'd your heart take you?
Okay, so first, crazy. I was gonna say David Bowie. Crazy, I know,
Yeah.
but I see the way they treat Harry Styles and I don't like it. And I would assume that David Bowie would get similar treatment. But then I thought exactly what you were just saying about, okay, maybe that's too far back. Maybe I should go up a little bit. And so my final answer was Katy Perry.
Ooh.
Oh, see, I told you I
Yeah,
could
she's
get that
she's
answer.
getting dunked.
She
getting dunked
sure
on.
is. She sure, and she used to be a rock star. You know what I mean? Like when she first came
Stream
out.
Joyride by Kesha.
Yes, do that instead. But Katy Perry, I Kissed a Girl, that was a moment. That was a queer moment. And a lot of us were like, you know, kind of younger and impressionable at that time. And she was a rock star for doing it. And now associates herself with a group of people that aren't the best to queer people. You know what I'm saying? She's switching sides or whatever. But I can't lie and tell you that I have not listened to I Kissed a Girl in the past week. But
No, I actually hate all of the girls in the club that look at me and decide they want to be queer for only that song. And I say, no, thank you. And I never feel like a plastic bag because that song is garbage. Katie, please keep it in there. So I think that's a great answer. I think Katie would be memed to death if she isn't already. Oh, wait, she is. So I think you're onto something here. I'm curious to see if our panelists, though, agree with your answers. And I'd love to see some more points on the board. So let's head to them. We've got our order cooking. So you know you're coming up first, Blizz. Let me know here. Name a musician that if they came out today would not be popular.
It's like, it hurts me a little bit seeing someone not trust their gut because they truly should have trusted their gut. There's obviously a rapper, a white rapper that just bombed, truly bombed in their music. And if they came out today, it wouldn't be up to rapping standards. So my answer was Eminem.
Wow.
that's wild.
Yeah.
I feel like that counts because it was verbally articulated.
No.
Hold on. Let me talk to the game master. Game master, does the answer that's not actually submitted in the game that was specifically made for Same Brain virtually streamed on Twitch count as a point? Oh wow, with no hesitation, absolutely. Thing not. Sorry, you get no points, but love to see that maybe if you went with your gut, you would sync up with the person you said you were gonna get off bat. Melvin, how are you feeling? You look depressed.
I deserve this. I deserve this.
And like a part of me was just like, you're gonna go down the rapping part because like I know your music, so I'm like, oh, you're gonna go down rapping, so it should be fine.
Hey, buddy. Well, I like a lot of music. Okay.
I know you like a lot of music. I know what I've jammed with you with. So I'm like, okay, you know, like flops. And so I was expecting that. I'm not saying you're a flop. Hold on. Hold on. I'm saying that you know flops.
You
see a
wouldn't
flop,
be
you go,
wrong.
that's flop.
You wouldn't be wrong.
So that's what I assumed. And then you went Elvis, which to be honest with you, that would have been my second answer. But I felt that was way too back for me. So yeah, we were almost not parallel. We were almost like, yeah, but now we're parallel.
That one hurts.
But now we're parallel. You were almost the other word that I forgot that they taught me, a geometry class.
Perpendicular, maybe?
Your streams crossed.
Hold on now. Balvin.
Like Ghostbusters, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we're referring to.
Right, sorry. Yeah. PG-14, the zucking or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Real Slim Shady or any of the other misogynistic, egotistical songs that came out in his early career would fly in this day and age, nor be funny when we have creators and musicians and comedics like Zach Fox. Anyway, let's go on over to Reeb to see how they're feeling here. Let me talk to you for a second because you seemed actually really like locked in with this one. Were you confident when you submitted your answer?
It was until I realized I misunderstood the question. I thought what you were asking was like if a musician came out of the closet today, that they would not be popular. That's what I.
It's because of the gay talk. It's because of the gay talk. That's what happened.
Zero also asked me, and then I was like, "Oh, this is a coming out question." And then we brought
I
up
messed
gay in
that
the
up
last
for
clip.
you.
Yes. Okay. So what
I apologize.
So should I revise my answer? or
Unfortunately, we cannot revise
really
your
wanna know.
answer. I do want to know
I
what
really
you
want to
put
know.
in. So, with the alternative question in mind, we'll hear your answer. So, a musician that if they
we-
came out today would not be popular. You put
I didn't want to single anyone out. So I said any country musician. If they came out today, they probably wouldn't be popular with their audience. I don't know. I was trying to answer the question given to me. I
But
was
there's
doing
someone specific you're thinking about.
no one you
no,
could
well,
mention at all. No one that
honestly,
comes.
I don't know any country singers.
Does
Like,
it
I was
rhyme
like,
with smid rock?
I don't even know.
Exactly what I was gonna say.
So there's that's cis math for you.
Well, I love that.
So
And
good.
we've noted the distinction to our game master that perhaps we need to be a little more clear when we're talking about coming out with all these queers here. I love that response, but unfortunately not a match, though. Elvis is no, and Katie is no, I don't think so. I'm not gonna have to give a point there, but valiant effort on Family Feud. They would say, good answer, good answer. But this isn't Family Feud, so what the hell were you thinking, Reem? Get it together. If you had a question you could have clarified for future reference, let us know.
Will do.
But I love that, and thank you, and I love
But
it.
it
It's
would
so
be
good.
weird if I was like, hey, are we talking about those people? Like, come on, I couldn't ask.
Those people is crazy. No,
was
to
trying
be
to be
fair, you're
sensitive.
right. You're right. You're right. You know what? Out of respect, I understand your hesitation and trepidation. But unfortunately, we're going to have to keep it cooking. And we're going to move on over to my boy, Jeremy. I know you in the music world, so I'm so excited to see what you had to say. So, name a musician that if they came out today would not be popular.
Okay, so yeah, thought about this one a lot. Really wanted to dig down and find the right answer. I did not expect Balvin to go that far back as Elvis. I just really, I didn't see that one coming. So, but my answer was Beethoven. What? You know, I just don't think people would get it. I don't think people, you know, I just think
You went further back.
I don't think it would hit the radio. I don't think
Oh my
it
god.
would make the top 10. You know? You know, I just
Good
think
answer. It's
I
gotta
just
be up
think
there, Steve.
nowadays
That's a
It's
good
gotta
answer.
be-
Good
people don't
answer.
It's gotta be
appreciate
up
it.
there. It's gotta be up there. It's
You're not doing the old allegations.
Let's see
Just so
Beethoven,
you know.
Steve.
Let's see Beethoven.
As soon as I stop making the age jokes, you just double down, Jeremy. You just quadruple down.
Oh, you know, I'm just saying I don't think the kids would they'd get it.
I don't know. Contrary to your belief, Beethoven did have a resurgence during the Chex Notes DDR era. You never heard the song Speed Over Beethoven? It's one of my favorite versions on Dance Dance Revolution. And the kids love their remixes. So honestly,
cut.
I could see some Sonatina and Suck My Bleep remixed as the next sound on TikTok. But you know.
He did have a song called Lick My Ass.
Wow.
That's true. That's
Maybe
a true
the Zoomers
Beethoven
would
fact for
like
you.
him. Hold on.
Take that home
Wait,
with you.
the kids.
Is that PG-14? Probably not.
I mean,
Bleep
if
that.
Beethoven would come out today, what would the EP be named? I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Honestly, probably. I mean, who cares? He wouldn't know it. People would try to tell him he can't hear it. You know.
That's crazy.
Pour one out.
That's-
Pour one
that's
out.
crazy.
Oh my goodness, we're getting history lessons tonight. I actually forgot about that one. I couldn't believe it. They made a movie about it. I should have remembered. All
dog
right.
movie?
Yeah. Woof. I don't like dogs. That's what did it. That and Garfield. This is why I don't own any pets.
That's a cat.
I'm
but
being
here's the
alerted. It's
thing.
Mozart's that had that,
It's
not Beethoven.
Mozart.
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Dang
oh,
it.
no.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah, we're
change
getting
that.
fact checked.
Yeah, I got it on LimeWire.
Cut that out.
So it had the wrong
Cut that
artist
out.
on there.
Here, we'll edit it in post. Okay,
out.
and Kylie, I gotta head on over to you. Name a musician that if they came out today would not be popular.
Okay. This one's going to be controversial. I hope no one yells at me. But my answer was the Beatles.
The Beatles.
You know, they have like that fuck ass Bob going for them. That really.
So
They
you used
all
our
have it.
one. You used our one F word for the entire show.
Oh,
That was it. We've
all right,
blown
that's a
it. It's
bleep.
gone.
That's full bleep. It's
Taking a
gone. It's
shot.
gone. We can't. You know, we can't have the swoopy hair. I feel like it wouldn't be popular. They have their song Yellow Submarine. I feel like a lot of haters would come out and be like, these guys are singing about a boat underwater, submarine specifically. No, they would if they came out during this time last year after the submarine incident with those billionaires and they released Yellow Submarine, I think they would get flamed.
I'm
Or-
processing right now.
Yeah.
Yo,
It's true.
TikTok might eat that up.
Everyone is
I don't know.
speechless.
Yeah.
No, I'm speechless because some of it's very experimental, but I don't know. I feel like it's a little too vibey for the current generation that has the 10-second attention spans. I feel like they wouldn't really
Exactly.
last much time through the Beatles, maybe fall asleep. I don't know. And it might encourage a resurgence of, I don't know, illicit activities that we are really cracking down on. Looks directly at camera. We don't do those things here. Not at all. No. I don't really prefer the Beatles. That's not my speed. Very popular band though. So a controversial submission. I'm actually genuinely surprised, and chat is kind of going crazy. So, but unfortunately, none of those are matches, y'all. What the heck is going on? All right, I need to check in with you all, please. Balvin, you look like you are having an episode. I feel like you are hiding your face to camera because there are tears bottling up on your lower eyelids right now. What happened here? What's going on?
I'll tell you what happened, man. I didn't go with my heart, you know, and I need to refill and make things better for myself because I lost my chance of getting a point. That was my one shot. And then, you know, I'm gonna be honest, not to single anybody out here. This guy said Beethoven. Look, this guy said, I didn't think Bal would go that far back. And this guy said Beethoven.
I just don't think he'd do well, you know?
He might be right.
Nothing against him.
You might be right. But you know, at the end of the day, it's my fault because I threw. I should have said him in there.
Alvin, you had one shot, one opportunity.
Don't do
Tonight
that.
it's your chance to blow.
Don't do that.
It comes once in a lifetime. You
not.
better focus up on this next section of the game, okay? Get it
Not
together. You only have one chance tonight, and I know your knees weak and your palms are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti's waiting for you in the fridge. So we'll make sure that we get through the rest of this stream with the swiftness because our next round is going to be insane. And that's right, we're going to get into our rapid fire segment. This is crazy. This is the part where, I don't know, our play on fast money or whatever bonus round it is. We are going to take our contestants and they're going to have a chance to pick out of our panelists one individual with them to go to Think and Sync, where they will go through a series of this or that questions to try to get as many matches as they can for some extra bonus points to really end the round strong. Now, this is game changing since we have so little points on the board, y'all. We really are going to see who's winning the game here in this segment. So I want you to really take a moment, breathe it in, think about it for a second of our fantastic panelists. Who have you been resonating with? Who do you think can get those matches, that wavelength, that synergy that we're looking for? We want you to lock that in because Zero, you're going to be going up first on your selection since you are in the lead. So take that moment there. When you are ready, we'll have you lock in that answer.
Done.
Okay. Whew. All right, I'm gonna get a little drum roll, please. Here. Let's see who Zero has picked. Kylie. Okay.
Cast iron.
You
Yeah.
love to see
Oh,
it.
the cast iron. Yep,
yep.
Well, let's bring the cast iron crew on over to the side for a second, have a little chitty chat with them to see how they're going to be pairing up as we get into this contestant heavy round. Right now, where we are with this pairing here, this is going to be where you two form that team. And I know you guys have already got a little bit of that going, but I want to know, was it a hard decision picking Kylie or did you lock that in right away, Zero? Did it come from the gut?
Oh, it was easy. That was an easy decision.
You
You
don't have to
know, yes, like 2 seconds. So initially I was thinking Reem because I got that first question correct. But that one, I went as broad as I could go just for the chance that maybe somebody would pick the correct answer. Now, me and Kylie over here, that was completely by chance. We weren't even answering a question. That was true. That was a true force of nature. And I would like to
synergy.
hitch on to that. That was the synergy that we're looking for here, baby. So I'm trying to make that.
Oh, we're cooking, literally.
Yeah.
Cooking.
Yeah, we're cooking.
Yes.
What's your
How
big
you-
three?
There we go. I needed to know, what is your big three? Real quick, hot with it. Let's just see how the synergy is here.
What's my big three? What's my big three? Oh, like astrology?
Astrology stuff, yeah.
Oh, I don't subscribe to that newsletter. I'm a Capricorn though.
Oh.
Okay, I'm an Aquarius, so if
I
that
don't
means
know
anything
what
to people in
my-
chat, I don't
My
know what
big
that
three
means.
are.
We'll leave that to the queers out there in the space. I'm sure they'll come out with a detailed report of what that entails and
no.
your new ship name outside of the cast iron crew. All right, here we go. I need to know though, Kylie, for you, are you nervous? Do you think you're going to be able to make some matches here, or do you feel it? Do you feel it in your blood just as much as Zero does?
I feel it in my blood because I'm really sweaty right now, and that's really my blood's pumping right now, causing me to really sweat about it. But Zero, I got you. I got you. I'm linked up.
We are both
I'm
sweaty.
gonna pull out
and
my
ready to
tarot
go.
cards. We're both sweating. We're ready to go. Have my tarot cards ready to really just like have our minds synced up.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll let y'all have a second to lock it in, be zen, run with your thoughts, figure out where your mindset is going to be here so that you guys can be in sync. And we're going to have Balvin have his chance to lock in who he is going to take into the rapid fire think and sync round here. Fortunately, Kylie's out of the running there. They've been paired off, so you've got still 3 fantastic panelists to bring into that round.
Got a good feeling about this.
Oh, man. Oh, man. What's the feeling? You feel it in your blood?
What feeling do you have? What feeling do you
I
have?
just, man,
Yeah.
you and I have been in line all night. You know, you know what I mean?
And in line, but also just missing each other. Like
Just
it's just missing. There could be a beautiful friendship romance, if you will, here formed, but there are still some really great responses, which I feel like you could lock in with our other panelists. Again, this is about being on the same page. It's going to be a lot of this or that questions. Can you resonate with Jeremy the whole time? Who knows?
He
I'm not
hasn't
sure.
picked me. Don't.
I'm not sure. So do not fall for the trap that is being set here as you lock in your selection.
You know, I had a person in mind immediately.
Oh,
But, you know, Jeremy might have
Don't.
just.
Don't pick Blizz.
Okay,
For God's
you know,
sake.
okay, you know what? You know what? Now that you're pushing me away, I guess I'll have to go with Blizz.
I would
don't-
have picked Jeremy. I would have picked Jeremy in a
Hey,
heartbeat, dude.
I
This,
get-
this might be
no,
your downfall.
Listen, buddy, I have no points. So, like, really, I'm just trying to get somewhere. Okay? I'm
It's
trying
only
to
up
get.
from here.
It is only up from here.
well, Bobby, you're gonna have to lock it in within that game there. I know you're talking all this talk, but you really didn't put in that selection. So I need to see it full send, final answer. Unfortunately, Blizz, you've been taken into that final round to prove that I guess, Balvin just doesn't want to look like a hypocrite and take you into the
Well, I
final
did-
round. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, stand on business, but I wouldn't have stand on that business there. I would have taken Jeremy.
Nah, man, you got this.
But yeah, we
I
got
hope-
this. We got this.
Yeah, honestly, you're not selling me anymore on this pick by being like,
It was never
listen."
selling. It was never selling. But you
Okay.
bought.
Nah, it's all right. Yeah, we're here now. You can't go nowhere, so we can make it work.
Bye high.
Oh man, I'm sweating. I really didn't see this coming. Genuinely, I thought after that last question, this would have been a no-brainer on who you're going to bring in there. But maybe this is a safe pick. Maybe this is a safe pick. So we'll take a second here though to let everybody know that if you actually do support our Patreon, you can have a chance to submit questions that will be featured on the show. So if you didn't like the questions that we had, or perhaps you want to propose a better one or an alt variation of one of such, you have a chance to participate in that selection if you support us there on Patreon. So I hope y'all know that all the details there are coming up for you in chat. But I think without further ado, we are going to take our pairing, which is Balvin and Blizz, and chat with them for just a second to see where their heads at before we get into this rapid fire round. So Balvin, Blizz, come step into my office. Over here for a second. Just for a second until you can go
Yeah.
relieve yourself.
Yeah.
All right. What's going on, Balvin? What the hell? Why'd you pick Blizz? Tell me. I need to know right now.
Okay. I feel like the closest I've been to a point this entire time was whenever I sold my option with Blizz. So I feel like, long shot here, we should get one. Okay? We should get one. All right? Like I said, we're both maniacs. And this weekend, you know what, Blizz? If we win this, moonshine shots on me. Okay? How about that?
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So lock in, please. I can't go out like this. They're all watching at home. Okay? They're all watching at home.
Moonshine shots is enough motivation, Blizz. That's all you need. You're bribable. You're locked in
Yeah,
after that.
no. Oh yeah, no. My price is cheap. It's fine.
Oh, I don't know if cheap is always the best quality, but it's always ready and available, and that's what you are, Blizz. So I will
Hey.
make sure that you two have some time to think about where your head is going to be and what lane you're going to stay in as you try to get those this or that questions locked in. So we are going to say goodbye to you for the moment, and we're going to bring up our first pair to take them right into the rapid fire section. Dun dun dun. We really need some sound effects, don't we? All right, here we've got Zero, we've got Kylie. We are going to get y'all into the rapid fire segment here. Once that timer starts, you will have 30 seconds. But before we get into it here, you're going to wager your points. So we're going to keep this private. Do not reveal it there. But Zero, lock in the points that you may win. Are you going to wager them? You can do none, all, or half. It will be a secret. It will be kept to be revealed later. But take a chance to lock that in. And once we are good to go, we will bust down those rules for you one more time.
Let's go. I'm locked in.
Okay, Balvin too as well. I hear you in the looks. We're going to have you put your wager in too, so you don't get to see how well they do. Joke's on you. You've got to bet whether or not you're going to bet your points too.
I bet all mine.
Oh.
I'm all in.
You can tell if they're bluffing. Who
Yeah.
knows? Poker
I
rules.
don't have any points.
You will, because you're going to be wagering the points that you will get in
I
this
hope I get some
upcoming
more.
round. So
I
let's
hope I get
pray
more.
to God you get some more points.
I hope I
We'll
get more.
find out after. Our first pair goes up. Our first pair being Zero and Kylie. This is it. Once it is time to go, 30 seconds will be on that clock. You will hear and see the this or that questions. Lock them in on your device and try to get as many matches as you can. Without further ado, we'll see you on the other side. Let's hit him with that timer. Which? One Piece or DBZ? What?
Oh my god.
These
Okay.
are
Guitar
controversial.
or piano? Mountains or beach? Cooking or eating out?
Yeah.
Cozy or horror?
Out of time. Oh, okay. There you go.
Hot
There you
or
go.
cold?
Oh,
4 matches. The time is so
Aye.
fast. Gotta be quick. Y'all thinking way too long because you were in sync, getting quite a few matches, 4 matches in that round. Very fire. Those are some solid points there. Y'all had this energy, especially on that cozy or horror one. I saw almost a double take, but y'all locked in. Y'all locked in. There we go. Team Cast I are doing
Yes.
great. I know. I'm very proud of you all. And I wish that segment was longer because once you start that flow, you want to keep going. But you've got to think fast. So now, unfortunately, you go first. You got a chance to pick who you went within. But Balvin here, who's going second, got a chance to see how it goes. So a little advantage there, unfortunately, for going second. And boy, does Balvin need it. So let's take Balvin and Blizz on over to the rapid fire segment so
Come on,
we
Blizz.
can get them in there and see what their matches will be.
Come on, Blizz.
All right, Balvin, Blizz, breathe in, breathe out. This is your one shot, your opportunity. It's your chance to blow. Balvin,
again.
okay. Once that timer comes up, 30 seconds there to get all of those this or that matches. Remember, time is on the clock, so think as fast as you can. You'll hear it and see it on the screen. I'll see you in another live. Let's see if you can think and sync. Run that timer, baby. Hide and seek or tag? Robots or alien? Pokemon or Minecraft?
I know.
I know. Can we couple of them.
Adventure Time or Steven Universe?
Ooh.
Indie or AAA?
You gotta go quick, guys.
Running out of time. Usher or Chris Brown? Glasses or Priest?
Wow.
Let's go.
Insane amount of
Damn.
matches. The
Let's go.
swiftness, the instinct, the going with the gut. Balvin and Blizz managed to get 6 in there purely, I think, by just getting some extra chances, more prompts there. I told you that speed is really important. I am so proud here. You thought it was over, Balvin. You thought that you had no chance. How y'all feeling? Look at y'all. Look, Blizzes, you were flabbergasted.
That last one's hilarious.
The last one was wild, but
Yeah, the last
also,
one.
did we get all 6
What?
matching?
If there's only 6, then yeah, because I don't.
I think
yeah.
we only did 6 questions.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe that.
That
Wow.
was making a lot of sense.
I
Man,
almost went Steven Universe, and I want you to know this. 'cause
I'm
that
glad
is
you
my
did
show.
it.
And I was like,
Glad you
no,
did
he's
it.
an Adventure Time guy, and I,
I
know
definitely
it.
am. You was right. You read me. You clocked me. I am not a.
See,
Steven.
I'm loving that teamwork there. That's the synergy we're talking about, figuring out how to think in sync, because this is a game that is unfortunately having the contestants go head to head. Being a panelist isn't so easy, but it sure is a lot of fun. And with that being said, we're going to take a look at our point play out and the wagers that were made by our contestants before the hand, where they got to bet on their points, all have or none, on what they were going to grab from that rapid fire segment. Some fat points were on the line. So let's take a look at what we've got cooking here. Balvin got 6 matches and wagered none.
Hey, bro.
Could have said
d-
you were all in. You were
Hey,
all
bro.
in.
Hey, bro. I had nothing. I had to play it safe. Okay?
Wow.
I had nothing.
Wow.
You gotta
Usually
go
people
all
have
in.
nothing. You go all in.
Nah, I had nothing. Mm-mm.
No, you weren't good. Okay. Well, see, I would have, I would have dreams girled it, and I would have, I have nothing.
Now I wish I did, because now he got all of them right. But it is what it is.
Yeah, six matches could
We
have
would've-
You didn't
insanely.
trust me. You didn't
No.
trust me,
No.
and that's on you.
I didn't trust me.
Damn.
I didn't trust me.
That's deep.
That was.
Should we talk about
low.
it?
No.
Not later.
No,
later.
unfortunately, we don't have
gotta
enough
wrap this
time to
up.
unpack that. But if you subscribe to our Patreon, maybe we'll have some bonus therapy sessions after the stream to let you know and see how we can process these things that we discover here on Same Brain. But while we keep our crew cooking, we're gonna have to see what point payout is looking like. Zero, seeing what you ended up wagering here. Got 4 matches and wagered all of your points.
You gotta.
Gotta send it all the way. That's going to be an
You simply
insane
gotta.
amount.
Calvin, you could have won this.
I
God
know.
damn it.
Hey! You didn't even want to be here, okay? You didn't even want to be here, so you can't
Oh?
get mad at me.
Oh no, hold on, go on.
You
Go
didn't
on,
wanna
go
be
on.
here, all right?
What do you
I
mean
had
you
to
didn't wanna
dra-
be
I
here?
had to drag you onto my team, okay?
I did
So
the work for you. I did the
We did
work
it
for you, mind you.
For me. Oh wait, this was a team effort.
Wow.
My God, I would have chosen Steven Universe. Of course, I was answering for you.
You played smart.
Damn.
Congratulations. Good job. Right answer.
Well,
We fight
unfortunately,
next
time.
no, playing smart isn't enough here. Y'all need to be in sync. But I guess also strategy might help Balvin next time if you actually wanted to win. So unfortunately, you get no bonus matches.
That's
And
right.
Zero cooking here has gotten amazing points there on the board there with those 4 matches. So we're going to take a look at who our winner for the first ever live stream virtual Same Brain. We'll take a look at those scores as we buzz it down real quick. 0 points, 6
Look at that
matches,
donut.
leave you with a total of 6. Could have been so many more if you wagered anything. You had nothing to wager, so you wagered nothing. Again, still trying to figure out the brains behind that one. 0, add 1 point. And matches here should be 4 there. It's unfortunate, which would leave you with a beautiful score. I don't understand why I did the math wrongly,
What?
but I was doing it right
Let's go,
last
baby.
night.
Balvin!
Let's go.
That's gotta be problematic, game. That's
We-
Oh my god, the
Let's go.
crowd strike.
I wanna
The
thank
crowd strike
everybody.
hack is happening right now.
Zero,
The
you were
crowd
y'all,
strike
you were an
hack.
amazing opponent, and I had a lot of fun today.
I'm sorry, I'm
Oh,
reading the
no.
math wrong. I guess I'm misunderstanding and I misunderstood how the wager works. I think that might be on me. So hold on, give me 1 second. I'm just checking in with the game master here. He didn't bid, so he gets to keep his points. Okay, I see. That's how it goes. Give me 1 second here so I can
Oh.
clarify. No risk, no reward.
See?
Okay, well,
Wait a minute.
I
Oh,
think we
no.
might need to have our game master here give us a quick clarification. Hold, please, because I don't want to say anything incorrect.
Hello, it's
Hi.
me, the game master.
Hi.
Hi, Game
Hi,
Master.
I didn't think I would need to speak in the first episode, gosh darn it. But okay, the reason why this is accurate is because you all were risking the points you got in rapid fire. Balvin did not risk any points, he risked none instead of all of his points. So there was no risk, no reward. So he gets to keep it as is, whereas Zero risked all of her points. And because she lost all of that extra possibility.
Yeah.
So
That's what I-
Balvin gets
that's
to
what I-
keep his second round.
Oh
And
my
Zero
gosh.
lost all of her second round. So
That's
Balvin,
what I
Thing.
thought.
Oh,
Balvin,
sorry for yelling at you, I guess.
Thank you.
My bad.
Thank you. And this is why we needed the game master for this clarification here. We had to have a very interesting mechanic for our new version of Saint Brain, which is not how it used to be in studio. But I think this way is far cooler. So thank you, producer Kai, for coming on mic and busting it down so I didn't say the wrong thing because I
Thank you,
knew I
Kai.
got mixed up.
It's all good.
Thank you, Kai.
Thank
I
you,
need my-
thank
I
you,
need my
Kai.
blue
Ripping the
It's all
carpet
good.
from underneath my
Ooh,
feet.
right from under us.
What?
Right
I was
from
looking
under
in.
it.
Goodness.
I know.
And we both have winged
Unfortunately
eyeliner
here.
on too. Come on.
Come on. It was meant to be, baby. It was meant to be. Dang.
Ooh, feels bad. Well, with that mechanic clarified here, understanding how the wager works, because Zero unfortunately didn't win the rapid fire segment, they weren't able to get any of those points. Balvin taking home the points they were able to score with the comeback of the century. And by century, I mean, I know there was only 1 point on the board. We've got to figure something out now. Next time, I'm going to need to shake you out before we go live. This was insane. I want to give one last chance to talk and celebrate your win. Balvin, give any love, bust it down for how you felt going into that final reveal after the rules had been clarified.
I'll keep it short and sweet. I have a saying in my channel. You know, when I won a tournament a few years ago, no, actually a year ago, and Twitch Rivals was Party Animals, right? And I said something after I clutched the round. It was a last minute chance. I got a 1v2, and I looked directly in the camera and I said, "Chat, what does pressure make? Pressure makes diamonds." And me and Blizz today, we're diamonds.
Oh, I like that.
That's beautiful.
Chills.
That's
really
really good.
Chills.
And as you see,
Can
in the
we-
chat,
Yeah, let's get some diamonds in chat. All right, diamonds all around. I'm a
Diamonds.
fan of that. It's your girl Crystal here. We love to see it. We love to give all of that love for everyone involved here. But unfortunately, this is going to conclude Same Brain. That's right, y'all. So this is a huge thank you all so much for watching. This is going to be a fantastic show that we've been able to convert to you virtually and bring to you here, not just today. This is our first one. We have so many coming your way. The schedule is going to be posted, so follow us all over on all platforms. Same Brain TV as well as on YouTube is where more videos are going to be that involve Same Brain, is right, as well as our Patreon where you can support us there, subscribe, and you get to have influence on the types of questions you'll see in this game. And of course, we want to give our love one last time to our panelists as we go and say goodbye to them. We have Blizz as well. We have Reem, we have Jeremy, and Kylie, all killing it, being fantastic selves that they are, really sending it home, having fantastic answers, wonderful presence, and just being all around fabulous friends. And of course, a big love to our contestants here who really duked it out, and it was touch and go for a few of them, but we have Zero as well as Balvin, our reigning champ so far. I'd love to see what a leaderboard looks like, see if you could come back since you are our very first winner of Same Brain. Let's go. We'll give a round of applause to the chat. Let's get those emojis going like crazy. A big thank you to everyone who's been behind the scenes. A good shout out to Adam Baird for making our game virtual, as well as producer Kai and Braylon, who's been TDing this whole time. You know Braylon. They are the master behind the stream. And myself, BK Black Crystal, the host. I've been holding it down here, keeping you all locked in, except for those last points there. I'll have it for next time. And I hope to see you there next time, too. Please give us a follow, give us some love, and we'll see you on the interwebs. But that's it from us. Let's see if you can think and seek next time on Same Brain. See ya!